Welcome to Quick Bytes, the lunchtime live stream with your tech integration specialist, Scott Conway. Hello there, and thank you for joining me today. I know I'm a few minutes late, so I apologize for that, and sorry to keep you waiting. For those of you that are joining us live today, there is the chat bar out to the right of the video. If you have a question, please feel free to enter the question, and I will try to answer it towards the end of our session for today. And let's get right into this. Today we are going to talk about providing real-time feedback in Google Docs, and this is done with the comment feature. There is a in the description for this video or this live stream today, there is a support link that will take you directly to the support page for all of what I'm going to talk about today. So, don't feel like you're out there alone and you got to rewatch this. If you want, just click on that link and it will take you right to the Google support page for all of the things that we're going to talk about today. But I do want to demonstrate all of this and give you some of the nuances as we go through it. So that is what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to quickly get out of this and move over to my document. So I'm in a Google Doc for this demonstration, and the insert comment feature is also available on several other services like Sheets and Slides. And if you're collaborating in the Google Drive environment, generally speaking, you'll have this insert comment function available to you. So for today's purposes, I'm just going to show you on a Google Doc. But I have this sample Google Doc open right now, and you actually can already see the functionality at work, because where my mouse cursor happens to be, you'll see there's a little icon that's popped up to the left of it here, and if I hover over it, you'll see it says add a comment. It's this little text bubble. It's not really rounded off as a bubble, but it's a text bubble. And what that says is, hey, we're ready to insert a comment right here. And if you're a fan of hotkey combinations, the Control-Alt-M and M keys will actually allow you to, or the Control Mac and M keys will let you insert a comment. That is the shortcut. You'll find up here, insert comment. There it is. I'm on a Windows device, so it's Control-Alt-M will allow you to insert. But Google has actually kind of built it in a much more user-friendly fashion. As I come out to the right-hand side, you'll see it goes away. But wherever my cursor happens to be, or if I happen to select a portion of text, it pops up right away. Otherwise, if I've got my blinking cursor, as I move to the right, you'll see it show up. There it is right there, and that's just quick add a comment. So whether you're a fan of the hotkey combination or just clicking on this new little text bubble here that they've got for you, it's a great little tool. And this will select, you see, because I didn't have anything or a selection of text selected, it selects the whole paragraph in this case. But now I can insert a comment. And there's my little text box, and I can say something like, great intro. And now hitting enter, and this is probably not something you'll get on the support site, but hitting enter does not submit that comment. it just carriage returns. So I wish that was a little feature of this, that you could just hit enter, and as you're going, it makes things a little faster. I don't know if that's just a subtle thing that they haven't figured out yet or what, but it does not submit the comment. I imagine it's just because you want to keep entering more down below, and you can increase the size of this box. So right now it does not. That's something that maybe it's just personal to me, but you do actually have to hit the comment button. So you do have to physically hit that. And once you insert your comment, and this could be feedback to a student, it could be feedback to a colleague. I use this a lot of different ways, whether I'm collaborating with colleagues on a document or giving feedback to a student. This is a great way to just insert that little bit of feedback. And if the student happens to be in the document, or your colleague happens to be in the document at the same time, they're going to see this. They're going to see it live real time. So it's a great little tool for collaboration and providing that feedback. And as you're collaborating with someone else, the workflow is already set up here. And that is this resolve button. So if I come in and I made a comment or a suggestion, and I wasn't necessarily in suggesting mode, I'm in editing mode, but I'm putting my suggestions as comments only, because that may be the only only access that a certain collaborator has. Maybe you've only given them comment only access. So they can't really go into suggesting mode. They're going to put their comments in. So you see the comment, you say, maybe they said, great intro, reduce clutter. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go for the purposes of this. And okay, great intro, reduce clutter. So maybe I come in and I edit this paragraph, and then I'm like, all right, you know what? I've taken care of it. I'm all set. I click resolve, and it goes away. I've addressed that comment or that suggestion, and I've moved the comment out of the way. Now I can view all of my comments. Now let's say, let me just add one more in here for the sake of it. And I'll just put demo and comment. And you kind of saw something there that I'll address in a little bit. But now it looks like I have one comment in my my document here. And but if you take a look in the upper right-hand corner and you click on the comment bubble, you will see that there is one comment that is current, and then down below you'll see kind of the history of the previous comment. So not all comments are necessarily visible, especially if they have been resolved, but you can see or view all comments from this comment button or comment history in the upper right hand corner. This is also where I can get my notifications on these. I can change email notifications. I can say all. I'll get an email for all of them. So change email notifications for this document, either all for everybody, whether it's me or someone else. I'll get an email notification, or maybe just mine. Maybe I only want notifications that involve me. Or I can completely turn off notifications for this document altogether. If there's 5 of us working on it, I'm all done with my part, but everyone else is still going hard on this document, maybe I turn off the notifications because I don't really want to listen to them. I could always come back in and view all from the top here. Okay, and you can see I have the option to reopen. So if this was a resolved comment, I can actually reopen it and bring it right back into the mix, and there it is. And you can see the history involved with this. The 3 dots, you kind of saw me do this before. Let's say I need to edit an original comment. If you click on it, you're not going to just edit your document, or your comment. You're actually going to reply to your own. So this is not editing. It's just replying. If you really want to edit your original, you do have to click on the 3 dots, click edit, and then come in and change it. Okay, and if you'd like to delete it, you see that you have that option as well to delete the comment. But coming back in here, just know that you'll have kind of that history all right there for you, viewing all of the comments. Now, one other thing you can do is you can actually send a comment to a specific person. So you can insert a comment and say, so let me edit this, and I'll do this one. This is for demo purposes only, and I'll just, because he's going to get this as I do this. I'm having a little trouble typing today. I'm having a lot of trouble typing today. Oh my goodness. Keyboard. It's the keyboard's fault. This is for demo purposes only. All right. Now what I would do for this, if I really want to address or specifically call out an individual that might have this document shared with them, I'm going to hit the plus symbol, and then I'm going to start typing their email address. So this, in this case, is my counterpart, Tom. We're going to type in his, and then I'm going to click save. And see what happens here is it says, oh wait, someone needs access to this file. I haven't shared this with Tom, but and because of that, he's not going to get access to this document when he gets the notification. So they're popping up this little pop-up here, this dialog box that says, hey, do you want to share with one person, comment only? Or maybe I want to turn on link sharing for him and give him more than that, or more people broader access to this. Now notice I can give Tom either comment or edit access. But in this case, I would probably just leave it comment for the purposes of this and click comment. Notice I can also say don't give access. So now it changes to a highlighted email address, and that's because I have specifically called Tom out. I've shared the document with him, view only. He now has access to, comment only on this document, and he's going to get a specific email with this comment embedded in it, regardless of notifications being turned on or not. I'm calling them out. So that's how you can send a comment to a specific person, and you can really highlight them, and then they'll come in and they can either comment on this and reply back, or do the various other things that we have had shown you. So really simple. It's a great way to kind of incorporate feedback in a live document, slide, sheet. A good way to provide that feedback to either a colleague or a student. There's several different workflows involved with this, resolving them. You know that you have the history. There's also built-in notifications, and you can also simply call out an individual. If you want to direct a comment to one of the collaborators as opposed to the others, you can do that. And I'm going to just test this out real quick because I think there's one other way. Um, Oh, it's not functioning as I thought it was, so I'm going to leave that. It was trying to call up a group, and I think what it does is allows you to comment to a group. I'm not 100% sure on that, so I'm going to hold off on making that a declarative statement before I actually check it out. But I did see that as it was coming up earlier. I wanted to see if that was a possibility, but it may or may not be, so I'll have to check that on my own. It is not something that's in the guide. But again, there is that link in the guide if you want to go and take a look at the actual Google support page for all of this. You can find that in the description. Got a couple questions that I'd like to address now. You can now create a comment bank. Yes, there is a comment bank. And I will probably address that in another session. I know there are some add-ons that will do that, and they have had that ability. I think I want to say it was Edmark that had made this up, but there was an add-on that would allow you to do a comment bank. But I believe that Google has also built this functionality out, and I think what I'll do is I'll make a separate session on that. So I will look into that for you. That is something that I do believe is in existence now. So I want to thank you for joining me. That's all the questions we have today on adding feedback to a document, and maybe stay tuned for the future for that next one on creating a comment bank. I'll try to get that out as quickly as possible, maybe in the next few days worth of sessions. Thank you for joining me.